Does English feel like a puzzle of time? You learn a new verb, like study. You know what it means. But then when you try to speak, you freeze. How do you say it correctly for yesterday? How do you talk about next week? Does it become studied, will study, am studying? If you feel this confusion, you are not alone. This is the moment where most learners get stuck. We are often shown charts with 12, 16, or even 20 tenses: past perfect, future continuous, present perfect progressive. It feels overwhelming. It feels like you have to memorize 100 rules just to say one simple sentence. This complexity breaks your confidence. It makes you afraid to speak. But what if I told you that this is not the right way to learn? What if I told you that 90% of all daily natural English conversation uses only 3 simple ideas? Not 12, just 3. Today, we are not going to memorize a complex chart. We are going to build one simple, calm, visual timeline. I am going to show you the clear, simple logic for talking about yesterday, the past, today, the present, and tomorrow, the future. This is the true foundation of fluency. Welcome to the English Zen Podcast. Our goal is to build a calm, stable foundation. Let's build our visual timeline. The problem is that most people don't have a home base for their verbs. We will fix that. The center of our timeline is today. This is the simple present. We don't use this tense just for this exact second. We use it to talk about habits, routines, and facts. It's what you do every day or what is always true. I work in London. This is a fact. She drinks coffee every morning. This is a routine. The sun rises in the east. This is a fact. The structure is the simplest in all of English. It's just the subject and the verb in its base form. I work. You study. We like. They go. The only rule you must remember for the simple present is the he, she, it rule. For he, she, or it, the verb gets an S. He works. She studies. It rains. This is our anchor. This is today. Now let's look at the past. We have our anchor, our home base, the simple present, which we use for facts and routines. Now let's move left on our timeline. Let's talk about yesterday. This is the simple past. The job of the simple past is very, very clear. It is used for any action that started and finished in the past. The time is over. Yesterday, last week, 2010. So, how do we form it? This is where many students feel nervous, but the logic is actually beautiful and simple. For most verbs in English, we call them regular verbs, you do only one thing. You just add the letters ed to the end of the base verb. Work becomes worked. Watch becomes watched. Listen becomes listened. I worked yesterday. She watched a movie last night. And here is the best part. It is the same rule for everyone. Do you remember the he, she, it plus S rule for the present? In the past, that rule is gone. It is simple. I worked, he worked, she worked, they worked. No changes. Now there is a special group of irregular verbs, like go becomes went, and see becomes saw. But the logic is the same. It is one finished action, and the verb is the same for everyone. Our timeline is almost complete. We have Today, simple present for facts and habits, and yesterday, simple past for finished actions. Now let's move to the right on our timeline. Let's talk about tomorrow. This is the simple future. The job of the simple future is to talk about intentions, what you plan to do, or predictions, what you think will happen. It is used for any action that has not happened yet. And here we have the best news of all. The structure for the future is perhaps the easiest structure in all of English. It does not change ever. To make a future sentence, you only need two things: the magic word will and the base verb. That's it. Work becomes will work. Study becomes will study. Go becomes will go. And this structure is the same for everyone. No S rule, no ED rule, no irregular verbs to memorize. I will work, he will work, she will work, they will work. It is always the same. This is our complete simple timeline. Past, add ED. Present, add S for he, she, it. Future, add will. This is the foundation. We now have our complete logic timeline. Let's put this system into practice. We are not going to guess the answer. We are going to analyze it by finding the time word. First one. Sentence is she drive to the office every day. Let's analyze. The time word is every day. Is this finished? No. Is this in the future? No. Every day is a routine. It is today. This is the simple present. Now we check the subject. The subject is she. We must remember the only rule for the present, the S rule. So drive becomes drives. She drives to the office every day. Second one, I watch that movie last night. Analysis, the time word is last night. The time is clearly finished. It is yesterday. This is the simple past. The verb is watch. This is a regular verb. We simply add ed. Third one, we travel to Japan next year. Analysis, the time word is next year. The time has not happened yet. It is tomorrow. This is the simple future. This is the easiest one. We just add the magic word will before the base verb travel. This is the process. By finding the time word first, you can identify the correct part of the timeline, and you know exactly which rule to use. That feeling of being overwhelmed, that list of 12 tenses, is now gone. It is replaced by a simple logical timeline. You now have the true foundation for 90% of English conversations. You know the rule for today, present, add S for he, she, it. You know the rule for yesterday, past, add ed. And you know the rule for tomorrow, future, add will. This is the goal of our practice. The goal is never to memorize complex charts. That only creates stress and slow, robotic speaking. The goal is to build a calm, intuitive understanding. Start simple. Just try to use one of these rules today. This is the Zen approach to fluency. Small steps taken consistently always lead to big results. For your practice, leave a comment below using our new timeline. Tell me, what is one thing you will do tomorrow? If this lesson brought you a feeling of clarity and calm, please leave a like and activate the notification bell so you don't miss our next lesson. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the English Zen Podcast for more simple, clear guides to essential English. Practice calmly, and I will see you soon.